All right, welcome back to the BJKU AI Business Strategist Program Q&A section. And one of the questions that we get consistently is just, where do I get business? Where do I get leads? How do I get customers with this AI strategist gig? And I think a better question to ask here today is, what businesses are already buying AI stuff? And when I break it down in our class, we teach 4 different lead buckets. Bucket number 1 is what we call the gig marketplaces. This is like the Upwork and the Fiverrs and stuff like this. Now, in the past, people kind of poo-pooed on this idea. They're like, Fiverr and Upwork, oh, that's for cheap people and business owners. It's just not true anymore. Because if you think about it, there is no centralized place for someone to get help with AI right now if they wanted to. So where does a plumber go? Where does an electrician go? Where does a small website design agency go? If they want help with AI chatbots and voice bots and content creation and all of these things, at the end of the day, they're going back to places like Fiverr and Upwork. And we have students right now that have gotten several hundred, several $1,000s on Upwork as just one place to look. Now, number 2, what I really like to push is what we call our referral network. Now, a lot of people say, well, you got to sell to your friends and family. I think that's dumb. It's really stupid to try to sell anything to your friends and family. Listen, I've been successful in business for almost 20 years, and my family still thinks I'm an idiot, right? So when we go back to friends and family, what we're not asking for is for them to buy any of our products or services. We're asking for an introduction to people that they know. Hey, who works on your car? Who's your dentist? Who's your chiropractor? Can you introduce me to these types of people? Who do you know that owns a business? And I'll tell you, inside of our AI strategist program right now, about 70 to 80% of the people who are really successful, like making good money, they all got those first couple of gigs from referrals, where they just ask people, hey, listen, I'm trying to start this new AI strategist business. I'm learning the ropes. I'm getting certified. Can you introduce me to a couple people that might need some help? And the referral network is probably the best place that you're going to grow your business. Now, if you don't have a huge referral network, that's okay. There's 2 other buckets. Bucket number 1 is what we call the local service-based businesses. Think HVAC, think plumbers, think landscapers, think anybody who's got kind of a business that services a local community or local area. Now, it's important to realize that the best people to go after in local service-based businesses are not the ones who are working out of their garage or their basement. It's the people who have a lease, a building, trucks, employees, overhead, because they're constantly looking for, how do I make more money, and save time, because they have to succeed. They've got bills to pay. So for them, even if they don't like you, which sounds a little silly, because we all like you, but even if they don't like you, they'll still hear you out and have a conversation with you about this AI stuff because they know it's coming. Versus the plumber who works out of his basement, who doesn't care if he gets more calls. He doesn't care if he gets more business because he gets more than he can handle already, and he doesn't care to answer the phone. So you got to realize that local service-based businesses are really the way to go. However, they have some stipulations. And one more thing I'd like to point out there is service-based businesses could be the trades, or it could be professionals. Professionals like realtors or accountants or tax advisors or anything along those lines. Both of those people need help, so you can go after them. Finally is what we call digital service-based businesses. These are the web designers, the graphic designers, the branding experts, the people who don't maybe have a physical building, but they have a high margin, high ticket service that if you were to help them get 1 or 2 more deals, they would gladly cut you in on some of that. They would pay you really good money to help them get more clients, make more money, save more time. Out of these 4 buckets, the question that I have for you is, which one can you focus on? And if you were one of my students in the Certified AI Strategist program, I want you to have a strategy for each one of these 4 every single day. Not that you try to reach out to 100 people on Upwork every day, but just like 2 or 3. Not that you try to get 80 bajillion referrals, but you have 2 or 3. See, consistency is the real way to become successful in this business. Not trying to shotgun everything and trying to have like a crazy approach of like, let me cold call 100 businesses tomorrow. That's never sustainable long term. So these are our 4 lead buckets, and this kind of answers that question of like, where do you get leads and where do you get business? And I hope this has been helpful for you here today.